Welcome to another Warships video. Season 13 has started just a few hours ago. As you can see, I already got into gold rank 16. Not bad considering that I started the season on rank 13, although I had to upgrade something which I don't recommend at all in order to get into gold. I usually start out these videos with an analysis, but I figured that on day 1 of the new season, we'll jump right ahead to the tech tree. First, I'll show and explain my own pathing. As you can see, I went the top route, getting troop damage, heavies, building health and shock bombs. After unlocking the third ER, I went Dr. Vitamin, which I don't use, but it was 2 keys less expensive than Zuka's. Afterwards, I went troop health, the multi-node, then I went GBE, shock mines, then troop damage and Sergeant Brick. This made me storm past everyone up till gold 16. But remember, this was 1 hour after the season started. This pathing will probably not get you into into gold anymore at the moment you're seeing this video. Now, let me explain my choices. I did not end last season very high. I eventually parked at rank 23 and 40 stars. That means that there are a lot of players who start with more keys than me this season. And if I ended in Legendary 1 last season, I would have gone a different path. Perhaps I would have skipped heavies, building health and shock bombs, and I would have been able to unlock the 4th ER and get to cryo bombardiers. This would have been a more optimal approach. But because I knew I couldn't get to the 4th ER as fast as a lot of other top players, I made a choice. I decided that I would path in such a way that I would be able to get to the 4th ER very soon, while at the same time being able to beat almost every 3 ER player. The most important things in order to do so were the shock mines and Sergeant Brick. Shock mines are always great to have, and especially in this heavy rush meta or clone rifle meta. Now, Sergeant Brick, this is a choice I'm going to regret. This tech tree gives you both Bullet and Kavan very late in the season. Sergeant Brick is definitely not going to be used once you can unlock either Bullet or Kavan. And Sergeant Brick is kind of a dead-end node, so it's basically 42 keys which didn't have to be spent at all. And if I didn't spend these 42 keys, I would already have unlocked the 4th ER. However, Sergeant Brick is really strong at the moment. Her speed buff makes your heavy rushes and clone rifle rushes insanely effective. And you don't really have anything else to spend your gunboat energy on, except for a few shock bombs. With the GBE node, which you need to grab anyways, you'll easily have enough GBE to activate the speed bonus 3 times and have enough to use a shock bomb. As always, I chose to tech rush, meaning that I don't upgrade things I don't need in the long term, except for Sergeant Brick. I chose for the top route because troop damage and building health are always important. So are heavies at the start of a season with the expected heavy rush, and shock bombs are a must-have as well. Then I took Vitamin over Zuka's, as I already mentioned. Both are not very useful, but Vitamin was cheaper. Zuka's are strong, but most of the times they're too slow to be effective in warships. On the multi-node, I made a weird choice. Obviously, Hotpot is better against heavies and clone Riflemen. But I don't plan on staying in this meta for too long. In a few days, I'll be playing mostly against people who are attacking with heavies and cryo bombardiers, I guess. So I went Grappler, as it will probably be more effective later on in the season. As I already said, shock mines are very important and Sergeant Brick is nice for the moment as well. I had to unlock her if I wanted to be able to claim gold chests from day 1. I did not pick up the bonus building damage yet, and I won't do that just yet, but it could work for some people. I don't even have flamethrowers unlocked. But I went up against someone who had invested a lot in his or her defense and I fizzled out with a heavy rush. So that is an option too, I guess. Let's go over base defense then. My base layout is terrible. As you can see, I am totally focused on the offense. Flamethrowers are strong against heavies and clone riflemen, and so is Hotpot. The most difficult bases I find are those which have a similar layout to mine, with the shock mines spread out like this, forcing you to walk into every one of them if you are doing a traditional heavy rush. For attacks, go full heavies when the opponent doesn't have shock mines. If the shock mines are positioned like my base, you're better off going full clone riflemen and flaring them in the middle to get a good split going. This is an enemy's attack on my other account. If 2 engine rooms are placed near the beach like this, it is a good idea to split your heavies and let them take out 2 ERs at the same time before flaring them all to the final ER. Well, not that much else to say here. I'm gonna keep this video short and show you some of my replays. Enjoy and good luck!